CaneSport TV, we're talking receivers with the man himself, KB, Kevin Beard, and you got a little bit of work to do this year, man. You don't have a lot of proven in that room. You got a lot of talent, but you know, I guess you're tasked with bringing out the best in all these guys. Give us a general update of where you feel we are with receivers going into training camp.
Oh man, I would say excited.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to getting out here and I would say unleashing the guys on the rest of the world. But it starts with against our guys, and we feel like iron sharpens iron. We've done a good job of recruiting on the defensive side, and every day is going to be a game day. And the mindset to get them wired into thinking that every day is a championship rep. And if we're better than yesterday's best, then we should be ready for every opportunity that we're facing.
Yeah, they kind of decided we're going to make Kevin Beard's life as miserable as possible. I mean, they went and got every defensive back imaginable in the transfer portal. So you got a few guys out there covering your receivers. But I imagine upgrading that side of the football team and that room in particular helps you develop all these guys that you have to, you know, develop here.
Well, like, you know, I guess you could say I pride myself on development. You know, I know a lot of guys always talk about national kids and things of that nature, but I think when you find the right kids and the kids that want to be here, if you want to be here, when it's not working out, you're willing to do whatever it takes to make it work. And those are the type of kids that I'm really looking for, and I'm glad we got them. And these guys have done a tremendous job of putting everything they have into being the best version of themselves and trying to be consistent at it. Every day after workouts, it's 6, 7, 8 guys on the jug machine every day, and it's to a point where if you see one, you see them all. And it's like, one fall, we all fall. I mean, and it's that brotherhood that I came up on. I've kind of coached Cristobal. Being here, we know what it looks like, and we're trying to build it in our guys, and that's what we kind of done, and it's taking shape right now.
Let's talk about some of these guys. Jojo Trader, guy came in last year, didn't really get the opportunity to do a ton, but his talent is unquestioned. What kind of player can Jojo Trader be this year?
Oh man, he can be the best in the country.
Really?
If you ask me, I think more than anything is for him to believe that within himself, and because he knows
he played second fiddle to Jeremiah growing up, you know, and it's probably a big deal for him to believe that.
Well, you know what? You guys call it second fiddle. I call it tag team. And what I try to get him to understand is everybody has their own path. And JJ's path is for him. His path is for him. And so his job is to take advantage of his path and not worry about anybody else's path, and everything will take care of itself for him. And I think that's what he's been doing. And he's come a long way emotionally, psychologically, physically. He came in at 163 pounds, and he's gotten up to 184 pounds now. And when you see him physically, he looks different. And so for him, he's ready to get out here and put it all to action and be the guy he came here to be.
Has that extra weight made him a better player?
Absolutely, I really believe it. I think most of the time, everybody knows that this is a gladiator league.
Right.
And so when you can build the bulk and get the muscles in the right places to hold your tissues and muscles together, it definitely helps.
All right, let's talk about CJ Daniels. Guy that clearly has a lot of ability, hasn't had the easiest path in the world, hasn't totally come together for him yet. How do you incorporate him into this thing? I mean, he's obviously going to probably be one of your starters. How do you get him into this thing and bring out the best of him?
You know what? I think the biggest thing is being consistently consistent on him. I told him I'm going to be his biggest critic. I'm going to be hard on him every day. When he makes plays, there's no, oh, great job, amazing. That's what you're supposed to do.
Right.
I always tell them they're gonna pay you a lot of money to make plays, and so he's made them in his past. He knows how to make them, and right now he's been that leader and that consistent piece in our room since he's gotten here, and we're just excited to see what he's gonna do when the lights come on.
Malachi Tony, I mean, he's a kid, man. He should be in high school, but he's not a kid on the football field. He made that pretty clear pretty quickly after getting here. Does he have the maturity to be the type of player that he can be right out of the gate here as a true freshman?
I think he does.
Yeah.
And he's shown that when he played as a freshman in high school in the state championship game, and did his thing. And so I really think that he has the ability and all the tools and the mental makeup to contribute, be a big time contributor for us. And I'm looking forward to what he does.
Marion's proven himself as a kick returner, not quite as much as a receiver. How do you take that ability that he has when he's returning kicks and turn that into productivity on the outside as a receiver here this year?
You know what? One of the biggest things with Keelan has been he's very fast and dynamic and explosive. And sometimes with those guys, they tend to think fast, move fast, run fast. They do everything so fast, and their mind works fast. And so what I've tried to do is just slow down his thinking so he can slow down everything else and still be as fast and explosive, but under control. And I think once he learns to be more under control, everything will take care of itself for him, and that's what I'm excited to see.
Well, you got a few weeks. Can you get that done in a few weeks, KB?
Well, you know what? The best part about it is, we have a few weeks to the first game, but right now we're trying to make it all the way to January, whatever, national championship. So we're gonna take one day at a time and trust the process and work from there.
You went on and got Tony Johnson in the portal. What's his role?
Man, Tony is a consistent pro.
Really?
He's going to be the same dude. The guys respect him to the utmost because even if he's not injured, he's going to be in the training room, prepping his body for practice. He's going to learn that playbook. He's going to be where he's supposed to be, and he's going to make the plays when they come his way. So being a young group, bringing in a older guy that's had game time, big time experience, that's been a big deal for us. So that consistency is definitely what we need and the guys need moving forward.
So he's clearly a rotation in the rotation.
Absolutely,
yeah.
absolutely.
Right, and Josh Moore is a guy that you look at coming in as a true freshman. That you say, my God, he looks. I mean, that's Andre Johnson. You know, like he could be like an Andre Johnson type player here, and that's got to be tantalizing to you guys as coaches. What's realistic for him as a true freshman?
What's realistic for Josh Moore? You ready?
Ready.
For Josh Moore to be Josh Moore. That's it.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when you start trying to compare them to the greats,
of course, right.
First rounders, and it's like today might not be a championship day for him. And if he's not living up to those expectations, it's going to tank his next day.
Right.
And you don't want to get caught up in that. I just want Josh Moore to be the best version of Josh Moore on a day in and day out basis. And this has been the mindset that I've taken for them to take, is just be better than yesterday's best and move forward.
Can he help you this year?
I believe he can. I believe he can with that size and that speed and athleticism. I'm looking forward to him helping us.
All right, the last guy I want to ask you about is Upshaw. He kind of snuck in here, and you're watching him in spring practice, and he's making play after play after play with insane consistency for a true freshman. Nobody's really thinking about him. Can he help you this year?
You know the awesome part with Dalen, a guy like Dalen, everybody's always talking about a national recruit, a big time, a 5-star, and all that kind of stuff. What we try to do, my Donovan Warren, Varner, and Joe Brown, Landon Hove, Mike Casano, Quincy. I always call him Quincy with a K. What our staff, the receiver room staff, try to do is do a really good job evaluating. And what we saw in Dalen was a playmaker. Some people, the coach calls plays for them to make plays. Some people create plays on their own. And what I saw with Dalen was he creates plays on his own. I went to see Cam Coleman 2 years ago, and it's like, who's that guy? And it was Dalen Upshaw. And I've been recruiting him as hard as I could from the beginning, and ultimately that's why we end up getting him, because he said we're the ones that stuck in there, hung in there, and were the most consistent. And everybody's starting to see those things now, but that's what you have to do in this profession. You got to evaluate talent and then figure out how does that talent fit into your system.
Right.
And I think he's going to show a lot of people how he fits and why we went and got him.
All right, KB. Well, we hope it all comes together for you, man. You got a lot of work to do here, but it's good work.
Yep.
You got some good kids to work with, and we're looking forward to seeing their progress.
Absolutely.
Thank you, man.
Looking forward to it.